Welcome back. Well, it's the new year, so maybe you're trying to find a new you. And they say the most important meal of the day is breakfast. Don't skip it. So important. But there are some great healthy options out there instead of the more naughty stuff. So we're going to go shopping with Packer's wife Molly Crosby, and she found some great alternatives to maybe freshen up your breakfast.
Good morning. I don't know if you're like me and like to have a really big breakfast in the morning, but sometimes it's just not an option. Maybe the kids are late for school or you're late for work. It's just not going to happen. So when you're short on time, there are some cereals that I'd really like to share with you that I think are just premium cereals, a great way to start your day if you can't make that full breakfast. But there are a few things I think we need to talk about. First off, don't be scared of carbs. Carbs are your friend, but carbs need to be viewed in relation to other ingredients. For instance, we might look at this one and say, oh my gosh, 41 carbs, that's not in my plan. This would just go right back up on the shelf. However, check out fiber. You get 8 grams of fiber in one serving of this cereal. It is relatively high in sugar, but if we look back up at our ingredients, we've got stuff like cranberries, molasses, ginger. These things are great for you, and a lot of it has to do with where is your sugar coming from. So when we're looking at these cereals, I would recommend, and I eat more than I'd like to admit, these 3 cereals. In fact, if I could make my entire diet consist of these, I probably would, but I know that's not healthy. All of them boast a lot of fiber, relatively low levels of sugar, and healthy calories that you can use throughout the day. Don't be afraid of carbs. I like the banana almond too. You don't have to use them with milk. You could do it over yogurt. You could just stick them in a baggie. I like to toss some berries in. That is a relatively well-rounded breakfast right there, if that's all the time you have. Also, we have kashi cereals. I remember growing up, my dad would eat his shredded wheat every single morning. This isn't quite the shredded wheat that my dad used to eat, as this is organic. However, it's the same basic principle. Get a healthy dose of fiber and complex carbohydrates from your breakfast to power you through the day. I can't say it enough. Make sure you grab a little something. I know there's so many of you out here who are just not breakfast people, and I understand that. When I first started eating big, hearty breakfasts, I didn't always want to do it. My mother used to always make me eat at least a bowl of cereal with some fruit in it for breakfast before I headed off to school, and it's not fun all the time, but it makes a big difference. You can't run on empty, and you also don't want to wait till lunch because you're going to be so hungry. So if you know you're going to have to go a long time without food, just grab some of these in a little baggie, whatever you can, and keep them with you, and they'll be a great resource for boosting those energy levels. They also work well on the plane. I know we have fairly strict standards these days of what we can bring on the plane. I bring bags of dry cereal all the time. No one bothers me, and it's an excellent healthy option for keeping yourself fueled on the go. So next time you're in the cereal aisle, don't forget, we're not scared of carbs. We're just conscious of our sugar levels, and we're always looking for more fiber.